Record.
And welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta.
And thank you for either coming to be with us for the first time or returning to see what those girls are going to talk about today.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And we have so much to chat about today that we just want to get going straight away. So, as we're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea, we're going to be talking about the teas that we're drinking today. And my tea, I was so silly because it was the last one I had and I threw away the packaging. But luckily, it has it on the tea tag. It says 100% organic teas, Garden Andes. The brand is Garden Andes, and this is a berries and hibiscus tea. That's what I'm
All
drinking,
right.
and Gloria's going to tell you what she's drinking.
I am drinking the Tulsi Peach Mango Peach Tea. It's by Davidson. It's all natural organic. The ingredients are hiding. Hiding, hiding. Here we go. So, of course, it has a proprietary blend with robust mango peach essence to create a delicious tropical brew with high minerals and antioxidant properties. So that's what I will be drinking today.
All
So,
right, so let's
Rosetta,
do our cheers.
cheers.
Very good. I like this one. I
Very
can
good.
taste all the berries.
Mm.
Yum, yum, yum.
Very, very, very good. All right. So let's get going. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the universe, the entire universe, because we believe if we can lead with a feeling of love and kindness, everything will be okay. So today is National Say It Now Day. Don't hold back. Whatever you're thinking, say it now
All
day.
right.
In addition,
We have maple syrup day. Anybody like some maple syrup? I love my
on
maple
some
syrup.
pancakes,
Yes, yes. And we also have the Wright Brothers Day. And you know who the Wright brothers are? They're the ones that invented the
and we're
airplane.
playing.
So it's
Yes.
that day today. And then we also have, you have any more national days today, Gloria?
Nope, that's it. It's time for
All right.
birthdays.
Okay, the birthdays. I have Bert Baskin, and he lived from 1913 to 1967, and he was the co-founder of Baskin Robbins. Then we have Ernie Hudson. He's the actor. He's still alive, and the most famous movies he's done is Ghostbusters, The Crow, sorry, and Congo. Then we
Yes.
have Wes Studi. He's an actor. He's alive and he's done Dances with Wolves and Last of the Mohicans.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, it's the season right now is for holiday and love and joy and happiness. And unfortunately, we're just being kind of bombarded by sadness. So, we just learned that Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner, were found deceased in their home. And allegedly, their son, Nick, is being, was arrested and is being held for their murder. It's, of course, going to go to trial, which probably won't happen until the beginning of 2026. It's just a very, very sad time. I learned of him as Meathead on All in the Family. Archie Bunker told him that he was dead from the neck up. I had never heard that before. And I thought, what a cute name. And he said that the producer of the show said that his father had called him that and he wanted to share it. So that's kind of how that happened.
Yeah, it was very sad to learn. And the reason why they're actually suspecting Nick, the son, to do it is because they actually got, well, the Rob, who's the dad, and Nick, who's the son, on
Right.
Saturday got into an argument at an event, Conan O'Brien's party the day before, which is why they're thinking that that's what it is. But what's really sad is that the person that found the parents was their daughter, who found the parents on Sunday fatally with stab wounds. And also, the other reason why they're thinking it's Nick is because he had a very, even when he was young, he had some kind of issues with his personality, and he had a drug addiction since he was a teenager. And it was
Yeah.
surprising because they actually, Rob and Nick and his dad, they actually did a movie back when he was younger. And the movie was about a boy, a teenager who was dealing with drug addiction.
Yeah, a
So,
boy named Charlie.
yes, yeah. So we're going to have to see. But my thing is, I feel it is him, but they're trying to. It's kind of doesn't make sense that he's trying to plead not guilty for this.
Right. Right. And the saddest part is Rob, like I said, he started on All in the Family as an actor, and then he evolved to a filmmaker. And he did movies like Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally. Remember the scene in the restaurant? That's all.
Yes, yes,
Um, and then oh, and So It Goes, which was one he did with Diane Kane and Jack Nicholson, not too long ago. But one of the things I want to make sure everybody knows, this was a very loving, kind man and woman. So he used his movie making platform to convince the public of the importance of kids' early years. He became a real life policymaker to challenge the cause. After successfully steering the passage of the 1998 tobacco tax in California to fund programs for kids from birth to 5, he chaired the statewide commission overseeing how some funds were spent. Thus, we have the first 5 program where kids can't wait to learn. So his legacy will live on, and it's very sad that this happened. And I hope that Nick will get the help that he needs because I could not imagine doing something that violent to my parent and just waking up and acting like no biggie. I just couldn't.
well, drugs do a funny thing to your mind, to your mental health.
Yes, yes. And kind of like in the same spirit, it's a very interesting time because we hear more about um, death than we do about new births, new babies. Even though I just found out I'm going to be another auntie, I got another little, and I know it's a girl, so I'm so excited. I'm out of
Oh,
control.
wow.
So anyway,
Congratulations.
I know. Um, but sort of like with that, see the joy in me just hearing about the baby. It's also equally sad. So recently there was a shooting at Brown University.
This was just, yeah, I can't even understand how horrific it must have been because this was Saturday afternoon, and this is an account. This is what like an account. What do I want to say? Re-encountering or what? Anyway, what I wanted to say was I can't think of the word, but the teacher's assistant was there, and he was interviewed, and he talks about exactly what happened when he was in the classroom, and it's really sad because he said he was teaching a teacher's assistant in the auditorium. And he said that Saturday afternoon, they were studying for a final exam when he heard shots outside the classroom. And then he was leading this session when the gunman opened fire, and the gunman entered his auditorium, and there were loads of students there. And as soon as the students were exiting the room, the gunman was heard yelling something. The assistant doesn't know what he was yelling, but after
Right,
that, he started shooting the room. And what the teacher's assistant was trying to do was protect the students closest to him. So about 20 students were hiding behind a table, and the gunman came through the auditorium, And he said that the teacher assistant said that he noticed that the gunman had looked in his direction, but they had not made eye to eye contact. But he was trying to protect the 20 kids that were there. And sadly, two of the students were killed, and nine, I think 8 or 9 others are in the hospital right now, seriously injured.
Yeah.
Now, the two students was one was a sophomore. Her name was Ellen Cook, and also an 18-year-old boy called Mohammed Aziz. Two of them were killed, and right now they have a video out with the video of this alleged shooter kind of
Yeah.
casing the residential area near the
Yeah.
university. So they're trying to ask people, if you see this video, you recognize him, please, they are actually offering a large sum if your information you give leads to a conviction. And he gets accused of first degree murder. But it's crazy. I cannot imagine being one of the students at the time, and especially the teacher's assistant who was only 21 years old, having to try and protect all the students in his room.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a really, really sad thing to hear that someone would do that. And I haven't heard, have you, Gloria, what the motive was behind this?
I haven't heard the motive. And also, there's about 1,200 surveillance cameras around the campus and around the neighborhood. So they're still looking. So hopefully they're going to figure out who did it. And most importantly, I hope they find the person alive so they can ask them why. Why did you do this?
Well, I'm actually quite hopeful that he will be found. If he is found, he'll be found alive. Because usually, what happens with these incidents, mass shootings and stuff, the police comes and they shoot the shooter.
The
So you never
suspect
hear
right
what the
away.
motive is. So hopefully, with the help of the public, he'll be found and we can figure out what the motive was.
Okay. And there's just so much going on, and we wanted to make sure we could share it all with you. So we're going to quickly talk a little bit about I'm just so sad, as a celebration of Hanukkah in Australia, which is a highly gun restricted area. Two gunmen, a father and a son, decided to go to a Hanukkah celebration and just unload on the crowd.
And this was at Bondi Beach, and there was so many people there just celebrating the first day of Hanukkah. It's You wouldn't think,
Yeah.
because we never hear of anything like this in Australia. So
No.
all these things that are happening, it's really, I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Um, there was actually a hero in this, and it was a man who actually fought one of the gunmen and grabbed the gun, but unfortunately he was shot in the shoulder, but luckily he was not killed. So he's in the
Absolutely.
hospital. But this is not an easy thing, because 15 people died, including a 10-year-old. And this was
Yes.
even more people were affected than this Brown University shooting. But
Yeah.
neither one of them is a good thing. But it's just very sad to hear that this violence is happening during our time of celebration and holiday season.
Yeah. One of the most difficult things for me, it actually made me cry. One of the participants of the first day of Hanukkah celebration was an 87-year-old man that survived the Holocaust, and he lost his life. I mean, he
Wow.
went through the worst situation you can imagine.
Wow.
And then he's out celebrating because thinking that it's safe to celebrate, and his life was taken. So we are deeply saddened by all of this, and our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families that have been affected by this. It makes it really hard for you to think about Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all the celebrations that are coming up right now. Yet we know some way there will be a solution.
Justice,
There
some
has to
kind of
be. We
justice.
cannot just let this continue.
Yes.
Yes, there has to be some way, somehow. So, have you noticed, as I have noticed, a lot of people are slimming down. Now, if the slimming down is for to improve your health, that's fantastic. If people are slimming down just to become skinny, it's like, why? Um, we both saw a show with Jimmy Kimmel and Michelle Obama was on there, and I always thought Michelle Obama was just the most one of the most beautiful women in the world. And she looked very thin, and her face looked very thin. So I'm hoping and praying that, it's because she's no longer running around chasing Barack around the White House, that she's having more time to focus on herself, and it's for health reasons. And it's not that she's sick, but she looked very thin.
Well, I don't know because when she was in the White House, she was very healthy. She did admit that she does exercise and she was the one
Right.
that likes to put good food, healthy food on the table for her family kids. So
Hmm.
me and Glory had noticed this like a few weeks ago that she did look slimmer than she had because you can tell by her. There's something about people that are starting to slim down, not the natural way, with like the Ozempic-like medications and her
Right.
face on Jimmy Kimmel, she came out, she looked her body was very slim, but her face,
Yeah.
she had it tied up. But what I did notice, what was shocking, was that her neck and her jawline was kind of wrinkly. And I'm
Right.
like, that doesn't look normal
You're
for
like, never
Michelle
saw that
Obama.
before.
That was weird. And I don't know. I mean, I'm just feeling that, come on, Michelle, you looked really good and you looked healthy with your face a bit fuller. Now you've lost the weight. Your face
Right.
doesn't look quite, I don't know. To me, she turned out to be a different person the way that she's so thin
Yeah.
on her face.
Yeah. She looked more like, what is her daughter? Her oldest one, Malika.
Malia, Sasha
Malia,
and
she looked
Malia.
more like her face, and we know that there's some situations where moms are morphing to where they look more like sisters than mother-daughter, like Kris Jenner, she did something with some fillers. And I mean, at a certain point, you're looking at her and you're like, are you Kim's mom or are you Kim's sister?
I
So
don't, I don't
there,
understand that. And it kind of in a way, we've been talking about this so much during our chats that we're seeing more and more celebrities that didn't even need to lose the weight are losing the weight. And they don't
yes,
even know themselves that they're looking like overly, they've gone a bit over the top because, yes, I don't mind if you want to lose a few pounds, but when you start to look, your face starts to look a bit crinkled and wrinkled in some parts. It doesn't look healthy anymore. And I don't know.
right.
I don't know people watching out there, but to me, it doesn't seem right. And there's other people that we've seen that has that kind of face that's kind of gone over the top too thin, like Gail. Gail,
Yes, I noticed Gail King. Yeah, her
yeah,
face looks very different.
she's actually never really been to me that overweight.
Right.
But ever since Oprah
Very
lost
true.
all the weight and she's now, I see that
Yeah.
she looks very slim compared to how she did a few months ago.
Yeah. And I to each their own. I just hope people do some research because those GL1 shots are not necessarily the be all do all. And there's this little word, side effects. So make sure you do your research because I don't know. It's different.
Yeah,
And
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
some men. I can't think of his name. I think his first name is Keenan. He's on Saturday Night Live. Same thing, slimming down. So if it's healthy and you're doing good, we support you. Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's a Syrian refugee that it's learning English, and he does something very special every week for his
Yes,
class.
I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was a nice story to talk about. He's a Syrian refugee and he actually is learning English. And every week he brings food for all the other students who are also learning English, which is really nice. He's 69-year-old Haza al-Badullah, and he immigrated to Ohio 4 years ago with his wife and four children. And every week he brings food for the whole class. And it's a TikTok video that went viral. And the teacher says you can see him holding out sandwiches, handing out sandwiches, chips, vegetables, and more to the other students. And the teacher, whose name is Shira Kumar, thinks the reason why this video went viral is because it shows how good
Yeah.
humanity can be. And they say that he lifts up the spirits of other students in his class. And he says that it's just that serving others like his classmates is part of who he is. This is my home. This is my family. And bringing something is in my heart. And he just feels really happy. So, this is a really feel good story because a lot of people are seeing this. And the teacher's actually saying that she does believe fundamentally that people are good people. Deep
Yes.
down, they're good people. And this is his kind of dream that he's always wanted to come to America. And now he's here, he's learning English. And every week he's actually lifting people's spirits. And they say that he's always happy and fun during the class and making them laugh. And they just feel that he just spreads good joy all around. So I really like this story. And I want to say, good for you. Thank you so much for
Yes,
doing this, and we appreciate that and lifting people's spirits.
absolutely. We're very grateful. So I tell you, we have had some very unusual weather. The weather patterns are becoming even more and more severe. Last week, we were talking to you about this cold front that was going through the middle to the East Coast, where temperatures were dropping to below zero. Now we have a situation where we are on the West Coast, and above us is Washington, Oregon, Nevada. So we have another atmospheric front that's coming through, and Washington State is being hammered by water and rain. I think it's what is it? I think it's just south of Seattle, the little town. I can't remember the name of it, but they are, I mean, the water rose because a levee broke. So the water rose to the level of the window of a car. And people were driving and they couldn't tell the depth. And once again, loss of lives because they drive in and they can't get out because the engine, once all that water hits, it's done. Please slow down and be careful as you're traveling around. Here in Northern California, we had rain this morning and we're slated around the weekend to start and rain for 5 to 7 days. Be careful when you're out and about. So, Seattle, Portland, Boise, uh, early components of Northern California, the rain is coming. So, please, please be careful.
And we always say, don't drive if you don't know how deep the water is.
That's right, because you just can't judge it sometimes. So, as always, after we chat about things going on in the world, we like to share with you events around our local Bay Area.
Yes, and we have several events. Um, all right, let's see. The first one we have here is 2025 Union Square's Hanukkah Festival, 25-foot menorah. And it's going to be this weekend at 8 p.m., Union Square Park, Geary, and Powell. And all the details are in the description, in the below description, so you don't have to memorize all this. I will have links with detailed information on each event. Next, we have Teske's German annual Christmas party. Teske is a German restaurant in on First Street, and they have their annual German holiday party, and it is this Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m. Next, we have Yuletide Oddities Market, and that's going to be at the Winchester Mystery House, and it runs until the 27th of December. 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And there's 50 plus rotating vendors. There is a cost, $5 the tickets, and season tickets are $35. 10 and under with paid adults are free. You can order the tickets below in the link. Next, we have Santana Row Showers, Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. It's snowing on the row every Tuesday and Saturday from 6 to 8 in December, and you can go there and hang out and have some fun. Next, we have Faction Winter Market with 35 vendors and craft beers in Alameda, Saturday the 20th, 1 p.m. at Faction Brewing Company, a cozy Bay Area winter market featuring small local businesses, delicious food, craft beer, and festivities. And the details are below. Next, we have the group called the Best Intentions, and they are going to be doing a Motown Christmas at the Sunnyvale Theater this Sunday from 6 to 9:30 p.m. and you can get your tickets below. Next, we have Dog Photos with Santa Paws 2025 Make-A-Wish House. And it's Sunday at 4 p.m. And this is on Cherry Avenue in San Jose. You can bring your pets. And it says join Willow Glen Pet Hospital at the Willow Glen Make-A-Wish Christmas House for a festive evening of fur, fun, and holiday cheer. Free photos with Santa, dogs, and kids welcome. Every attendee gets a free ticket towards our holiday raffle, and all donations go directly to Make-A-Wish Foundation. All right, those are just some of the events, and hopefully you'll be able to attend one or more of these events this weekend.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we want to thank you all very, very much for hanging out with us. As you can see, we're in two different locations for a while, and we wanted to take some time and wish you all a wonderful Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate it, Happy Kwanzaa if you celebrate it, and any other holiday that warms your heart and your family's heart. We won't see you next week, but we'll be back the week after. So we want
Thank
you to
you.
know that we feel the love in the room and we send it back to you all, bubbling over.
Yes. And again, I want to say thank you to everyone that has stuck with us and watched all our chats. We really appreciate it. And if you liked our chat today, how about hitting that thumb icon? Have you not subscribed to our channel? If you haven't, why not? Please subscribe. That helps our algorithm. And hit the bell notification so you're the first to be notified whenever our chats are ready to be viewed. We are Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea.
And
And
remember
remember
to
to
always
always keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.
Take care now, everyone. Bye
Bye.
bye.